Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium. You walk in this place, you can feel the echoes. So many epic moments have unfolded on this field. And today, the Fighting Irish hoping to reawaken that in this big contest. This is not just a regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead. As we'll see the number 6 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the second-ranked team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Tigers will kick this deep to start us off. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Well, that's exactly how you want to get this game started. First drive of the game to get 6 points. That's going to get these Irish fans fired up. And you know, touchdown Jesus is enjoying his view.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Moves the ball up to the 30.
I think thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. They'll run it from the gun. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another third down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. And he'll set up to throw. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Nice job by this defense jumping on that football to come up with the interception. And not exactly how this quarterback envisioned this game starting. His very first throw of the game, he puts into traffic, and he costs his team in a big way.
And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? Makes a quick grab. The tackle is made. The offense is now set up with a 1st and goal from the 8.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And right, the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line. These are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
Second down and goal. Trying to get to the end zone. They'll run it left. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, they get stopped here on second down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal situation. And from this far back out, wouldn't be surprised to see them go through the air. Just don't want the quarterback to take a sack here. Make sure he gets the ball out of his hands quickly.
And the offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
And they're able to tackle on the extra point. Now they get set to kick it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Running back grabs it on a screen. And they bring him down. Blocker has not much help on the screen there. He's short of the 1st down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. The Tigers hustle to the line to run that hurry up. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And now another deep ball here. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, perfectly thrown football here, and this quarterback's got to be fired up. That's his first passing touchdown of the season. Here's the first of hopefully many more for this young man.
PHC is good. They still trail, though. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give their returner an opportunity to bring this back. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Back to throw. It's Moffitt. Looks like he's going to run it. He's found some room at the 45. An explosive play. Moves the ball across midfield and spot it at the 38.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense.
Just trucks through the defender. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching the game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run.
Oh, Oh, come on, Graf. Give it to him. What a huge run. He takes it all the way down to the 1-yard line. And you could tell once he got through that second level of the defense, he was thinking, I'm taking this to the house. And he almost did, but brought down just short at the 1-yard line.
They've got him in the backfield, nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Coming up, second down and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. He's swarmed by the defense. Now, a crucial third down and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Man, that is just incredibly impressive by this defense. And look at them down there. They're incredibly hyped up, and they should be. That's a great goal line stand, third down, and you're able to come up with a tackle for a loss.
And it's good right down the middle. Now they add to their lead. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And strong coverage there. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
This is why this Clemson offense is so tough to defend. You get caught up in the running game, the threat of the quarterback as a potential run threat. You leave yourself one-on-one, and then you can make these throws downfield to dynamic playmakers on the perimeter.
Here's the handoff. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. The crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. The pass rush into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and you reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And the PAT is good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter.
That's the end of the quarter. With the score, Notre Dame 17, Clemson 14.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They're going to run it. They tackle him about the 14.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Moving past the 25. He saw him, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
A handoff to the back. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Looking downfield, it's Moffitt. He's moving out of the pocket. He's looking to scramble. Finds room at the 30. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big game for this offense.
The shotgun handoff here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
Just great timing here with this quarterback and his wide receiver to pick up this first down. And really over the years, that's what Notre Dame's looking to get back to consistently, is being able to complement what they can do by running the football and to have a quarterback that can drop back and make the throw like this and keep the sticks moving and keep his offense out of harm's way.
And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. They'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Seventh play of the drive coming up. Movement at the second level of the defense now. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up the first down and can kind of settle things down a bit.
Brings up second down.
Second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking to throw. It's Moffitt. The pocket breaking down. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
He'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Chris, as you know, anytime you hit a big post route like this for a touchdown, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver is essential. Nice job of not waiting too long. The quarterback takes a hitch, gets the ball out early, and allows his receiver to run underneath the beautifully thrown football for the touchdown.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. He's set to kick the ball off now. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's escaping the pocket now. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Offense facing a third and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? He's running out of time here. Grab down the middle. It's Jackson. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Refusing to be brought down before gaining first down yardage.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
On first and 10, looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Jackson. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Now that's exactly what you love to see here in this 2-minute offense. You come up with a big play, and all of a sudden your mindset gets much more aggressive. You're not thinking just about 3 points. Maybe take some shots, get the ball into the end zone.
Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. They get him down, but that's a good run, enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
The stop is finally made, but it's a big gain. Stopped at the 49.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Dropping back. It's Moffitt. Pressure is coming. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Can he take it all the way? It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Not a real good throw here. He put too much air under the ball, turned into a floater. Now defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is, just don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
Looking to throw it on first down. Lets it go quickly. And that one's picked off. What a play. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And they're finally able to stop him. A huge gain and a touchdown-saving tackle as time runs out in the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
21.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And he pulls in the catch. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Man, another big-time catch by a Clemson wide receiver. How long have you and I been saying that, it seems like, over the years? Going back to Sammy Watkins and DeAndre Hopkins and Mike Williams and Hunter Renfrow and T. Higgins, all those guys on to the NFL having great careers, and now watching these players today in that same Clemson uniform making those big plays.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the play is good enough for a first down. They'll move the ball to the 44.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. And the Tigers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he will be stuffed for no gain. Important second down play coming up. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Quick completion to the tight end. Big man finally brought down by the cornerback. That was a tough assignment.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. They've got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
The offense already has one fourth-down conversion. Can they do it for a second time? Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. The QB throws his third pick of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his own coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Single back, takes the handoff. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
An important third down attempt for this offense. Can he make it to the marker? And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down.
Man, I love the toughness from this offense here on third down and short. Being able to get behind a big physical offensive line. They get a hat on a hat, get enough of a push, and the back is able to get behind there and find just enough real estate to pick up the first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a cornerback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Now the screen doesn't produce a first down. Good work by the defense. Now it's fourth down.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So no long field goal attempt. The offense is on the field to go for it on fourth down. Dropping back, it's Moffitt. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on fourth down.
I really thought that this was going to work out. Showing an aggressive approach here. Going for it on fourth down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
Lofting it toward the left sideline. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. Going the other way, can they catch him? That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Chris, it feels like to me the offense is being really cautious. The defenders are just sitting back there almost playing backyard football, knowing the offense is being a little bit more conservative. Eyes on the football, stepped in front of it, and makes the pick.
And they heave it deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Notre Dame. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
And the extra point gives him a double-digit lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start from the 25. And the powerful Crimson offense is back out there. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Touchdown, Irish. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And a pick 6, a monster play by this defense here.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
Automatic in the PAT. Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Incompletion makes it second down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line. Offense gets set up here. It's third down. And the quarterback dropping back. Fires it to the wideout. That one is knocked away and incomplete. Good defensive play on the last play of the third quarter.
Notre Dame, 38. Clemson, 21.
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. On the run here, lets it go. There's another interception. They're losing track. Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And that's just thrown away. A pretty obvious intentional grounding call. Yeah, here's the marker. Now it's second down here. Here comes a handoff. He's swarmed by the defense.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
He stopped, but he gets a first down.
I love it. Third down, the way this back is running, just keep feeding him the football, and he's going to come through for you. And he does here at a critical moment in this football game in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. To throw, it's Moffitt. Gets loose, able to scramble for a solid gain.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have first and goal now.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And this one is getting ugly. Now to try here for the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete even in a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
Caught on the outside. It's Willingham. And he's shoved out of bounds, but the defense is short of the first down marker.
Offensively, you get to the fourth quarter, you're down in a game. You're thinking about vertical shots and getting out of bounds to try to stop the clock. If I'm a defensive coordinator, I'll give that up all game long. Shortly.
And the sophomore has got him for a sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Can't connect in the long throw. Incomplete. A fourth down stop.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
They'll work the clock here with the running game. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Chris, that's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
First and goal, handoff. And they're able to get him down.
Brings up second and goal.
Offense facing second and goal. Looking to score, they'll run it to the left side. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And the route is on. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Remember, last time, they went for it on fourth down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Second down after the incompletion. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there.
That takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Bringing pressure. He's hit just before the throw. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
How about this guy making this throw? I mean, they have harassed him all game long, and here we are in the fourth quarter. He takes another hit, and this time gets enough on it to be able to complete it. Great play by the quarterback.
We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. Tackle, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45. That last catch, Kirk, puts him over 150 receiving yards in the game. Let's start checking the record books. This guy's making a push.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter what the defensive coordinator calls, whether they play man, whether they play zone. The quarterback has been able to find this guy all day long for such a huge day.
He's got his man wide open. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
How about the job by this defense against this receiver? One of the top receivers in the country. They knew he was going to be able to be a big factor in this game, and they have kept him quiet all game long until right now. In the fourth quarter, he comes up with his first catch.
They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Chris, now that we're in the final couple minutes of this game, it's a good time to just kind of step back and appreciate the job this defense has done throughout the entire game. They've applied pressure. They've been physical at the line of scrimmage. Good job in space. And he's
got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
And the point after is right down the middle.
That makes the score Notre Dame 52.
I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick.
Number 14, set to kick it off.
Oh, and the onside kick works to perfection. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, this guy has been dominant all afternoon long, but that time the defense has got to be asking themselves, where has that been? They finally get to him behind the line.
Here's the second down play. They'll feed the back again. And they've got him. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Okay, it's third down after that run. Try and muscle for the first down. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this fourth quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. And here's the handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.